on your lifestyle segment, we're going to be looking at how to make a wire headband. Yes, that is something that Jocelyn is going to take us through again. So I'm very excited to learn these things because guess what? During this COVID-19 period, it's very important that you learn all these skills. Hi, Jocelyn.
Hi.
And we are back again.
Glad to see you again. Today I'm taking you through making a wire headband. This is a wire headband. Why we call it wire headbands? Because we insert wire inside here.
Okay.
And this wire makes it firm for you to use it easily without just knotting. So when it comes to knotting, you do this. Still is for your hair. You're good to go.
Oh.
This is how it works.
Yeah. Very simple.
Yeah, it's very simple. You can just in front, you can put on the side.
It's literally just cloth and a wire inside.
Yes.
And then you're good to go. Okay, so what are some of the steps?
Let me take you through the steps now. Okay. So you'll need a piece of material. You'll need a wire. The one we've just used here. We'll be able to put it back here. Threads and a machine. Then the measurements you decide. I'm going to use, let me see here. This is 9.8, the length. That means it gives us a seam allowance of like ½ an inch. Then the length will always depend on whether it can wrap around your head. Let me first cut out this part. I need to measure before cutting it out. It was 9.9. Here we don't use a lot of material. We also save on material. That's another thing good about tailoring and designing. If you're careful, you can save on material. And always ask for your material. Sometimes there are some of these offcuts you'll need to do other things if you so wish. So you see, we have a rectangular piece, and when you hold it like this, it can go around my head, meaning this is just enough. This is not a big job. Anybody can do it. If you learn how to sew, you can do it. And earn a living through that skill. Tailoring is one of the skills one wakes up if they so wish, and you can learn. You can learn like me. I learned on YouTube, and
really?
I taught myself, yes. But it's because I was going through a hard time during the COVID experience. I am not a person who was used to sleeping and doing nothing. So that bothered me a lot, and I felt a little useless because I was not even thinking of digging. So I had to think of something else. And that's how I came up with the tailoring part of it. And for the tailoring part of it anyway, I was listening to radio.
Okay.
And I heard somebody mentioning that she's doing tailoring, and that time she was doing face masks. And what pulled me a lot, what really brought me to this level was that she was employing people in COVID. So I was like, how can I be so useless this time around? So I woke up and
you began.
I began.
And here we are.
And here we are. So I told myself I would begin with a few things, and by the way, the first item I began with, I remember, was the face mask. Because for the face mask, I was sure that I had a client. So I made a number of face masks. I can't even tell the number because at the end of the day there were so many, but they kept me in business. And now I've ventured into other products. Now that the face masks are moving a bit slow, I'm doing other products now. This is one of them. We've just seen, we did a hairband. Now I'm also doing the hair wraps. cushion covers, curtains, a number of things. So here you saw that end, and I didn't tell you, approximately this is 1/2 inch. So you have to lock all the sides. Leave only one side unlocked where you will use you
wire.
turn it up. You have to turn it out and out.
Okay. You talked about learning this being creative off YouTube. For many of us, instead of being on YouTube, we are busy mimicking other people on TikTok. But people are getting creative off YouTube. So how was the journey literally?
Well, as I mentioned, the lady who was doing something during COVID-19 moved me. I heard about it on radio. She was not sleeping. She was earning money. So the fact that I was not earning and doing nothing, sleeping, I had to wake up and stood on my 2 feet and said, no, I have to do something.
Yes.
I remember calling one of my sisters, my young sister. I told her, you know what? We are going to do face masks. She laughed. She said, you're not serious. Do we know how to sew? I told her, we are going to learn. She said, you're not serious. We can't learn. How? Who is going to teach us? I told her we are going to teach ourselves. Then I told her of the story. She laughed again. She told me, is it because you've heard somebody speaking, you think whatever they speak you can easily do? I said, yes, we can do. Then she told me, meanwhile, remember we don't have a machine.
Yes.
And I told her we're going to get that machine. So somehow I told her, wake up, you're going to do something, because she was also doing nothing.
Okay.
So she agreed this time. She said, okay, let us try. So we went on YouTube and got a pattern. Our first pattern was kind of dry. I remember rectangular, I think, yeah.
Okay.
And it was a bit difficult to do. It had so many patterns, so many pieces, meaning sewing it with your fingers was not the easiest. So we began with our fingers. That day we made only one piece and we were kind of discouraged. We said, oh my God. And she told me, I told you we cannot do this. How can you do one face mask a day and you think you're going to do face masks? So I told her, you know what? We are going to find a machine, like it or not. Because we had already mastered the pattern now. So we began looking for a machine. One of our boys at home mentioned, but our neighbor has a sewing machine.
Yes.
And I told her, okay, if that neighbor has a sewing machine, let us go and hire that machine. We first said, let us go and borrow it. Then I asked, is she using it? The young man told me, yes, she uses her machine. Then we convinced her to hire it, because we told him, go and tell that lady to lend us her machine.
Yeah.
Then she's like, huh, you're taking my machine, but I'm using it. But she was not so busy with it then. Then we told her, you know what? We are going to pay for it.
Then that's when she allowed.
That is when she allowed. They said, okay, you can have it. So, when she gave us the machine, she told us, do you know how to sew? We told her, you'll help us a bit. Then she came, she told us, you wear like this, wear it like this, and do this. Some of the things we had already seen them on YouTube. So we did a wiring with her that day. Then she mentioned, like, okay, now I've gone, you are on your own, but if you need me, kindly call me.
Okay.
So that day we tried and tried, we began pedaling, but we made a product.
As easy as it
It wasn't so, it was a bit hard, the threads were breaking. Then we called her in the evening and told her, you know what, the threads are breaking, what do we do? Then she came and tried to do a few things on it. She said, now it's okay. From then, we never called her back. So we were with her machine, I think, it was less than a week. we had mastered how to use it. Then we asked her, so what is going to be our pay? She told us, I'll need 15,000 per day. We requested for, and we negotiated. Then we paid her, I think it was 30 or 40,000. I don't remember how much we paid her that day, but something like that. Then we went ahead to interview her and ask her, how much did you buy this machine? Then she said she had bought it at around, I think, 250.
Okay.
I told my sister, do you know within a short time we will have bought for this woman a new machine? She said, looks like. Then we had to begin looking for a machine as we were making these ones. So we didn't pay her for a long time before we got ours. We made a number of them and tried to advertise on Facebook, on WhatsApp groups, and on my WhatsApp group where I subscribe with Uganda Women Entrepreneurs. The turn-up was enormous. They kept calling me, where are you? How can you deliver? I told them, we have a border. And then my sister also, another elder sister, was in office. She was taking a few pieces, because for her she was working that time. So she began taking a few pieces from us, give me 10, give me 15. Sometimes we were not finished, we are making like 30 pieces a day. And then she said, today I want 50. We tell her, no, you'll have them tomorrow. So while we are there, one of my friends in that group I subscribed called me and told me, Alinda, I hear you're making masks. I said, yes, I am. She told me, I need masks. I asked her how many. I thought she was going to tell me 50 pieces. She told me, Alinda, I had 500 pieces. I said, what? I said, yes, we shall do them. But in the long run, I realized she had mentioned she needed 1,000. So I told my sister, you know what, somebody needs a number of masks. What do we do? She said, how many? I told her. She said, I hope you have not eaten that lady's money. And I told her, not yet. And the following day, she called me and told me, Alinda, give me your account. So I gave her my account and she deposited the money on my account. So when I got the money, my sister told me, if you eat that lady's money, when they are taking you to police, please don't involve me. I won't be part of your story. So I had talked to my friends. I told them, you know what, you guys, you have to wake up and we do these masks because we have nothing to do. We have to make them. I accepted. I took up the order and we're going to do them. So I called 2 of them, and we were also 2, so we were 4.
Okay.
So we executed the order, and the rest is history.
Interesting. How people can turn skills. You know, you get a skill of a social media app and you're able to earn a living.
Yes.
So back to our wire headband. How far are we going?
Yeah, we are done. We only need a wire inside
and then you
here.
put it in. Okay.
Yeah. So this one is the big one. So can I have that one? And
the one on my head.
Oh, it's on your head. I just wanted to use that wire so that whoever wants to see knows that's how it will look like. I can remove this. Yeah. So that is how I graduated into somebody who can sew.
Okay.
I'm not looking at sewing as just sewing. I'm looking at sewing as designing art pieces. Not only dresses, but art pieces, simple things for the ladies to enhance what they are wearing.
Yes.
Usable, like curtains, we enhance the beauty. If the curtain is very plain, we can add something on the other edge. This is not so hard to do. Anybody can wake out of their bed and do it.
It's literally combining, sealing both sides, putting in a wire. Which type of material is this though? The wire
is cotton. The wire. This is soft wire.
Ah,
yes.
So when you're looking for it, you call it soft wire.
Yeah, which works with headbands, which you can roll anytime.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see how this looks.
Yes.
I wanted to make like a bow tie.
Yes, you can. You may not be able to make a bow tie, but when you roll like this,
yes,
it
comes out as a flower.
Maybe you can roll it out or the other way. Yes, like that.
Hello. Good morning. Do I look amazing? Head on to my Twitter platform, ShivaNaoma90, and let me know between the wire headband and the hat I was wearing, or do I wear both? Yeah. You know, it actually, or this is what we're actually going to do. Let me try this out. So you could decide to put on your hat, you know, you're going to the beach with the girls, if it's a dark cape, and then you put this on top.
That's true. You can do that. You can enhance it with that. As long as the colors blend very well.
Yeah, of course these ones are not blending because
two colors.
Yeah, and just like that you have your beautiful, nice looking wire headband. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. We have been able to pick so much, and I hope that the person watching this morning is able to actually understand how to do a wire headband. So what you need is material.
Yes.
Material just like this.
Yes.
You could even do these sewings using your hands, and then you get soft wire. And you wear this. If like you're someone with natural hair, this looks very nice when you have natural hair.
That's true.
If you have braids, you could even hold it back. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fashion is...
You can even make it smaller. You can have a smaller one.
You could fold it into two and make it much smaller as well. Okay, thank you so much, Jocelyn. And if you would like to know where her shop is, she is located at the National Theatre, that is at the National Art and Crafts Village at shop number 20. Don't I look amazing? Well, that winds up what I had for you this morning on Sunrise at Sea on your lifestyle segment. And we are making a wire headband. Keep watching Sunrise at Sea.